a look back at 2018. What's up, guys? My name is Gage Horne, and this is my year look back at 2018. And if you guys have seen my look backs before, I've done them all the way back to 2014. It's normally just me kind of ranting about all the things I've done. And so this year I want to kind of do a different angle and kind of how can you guys, as the viewers, as entrepreneurs, filmmakers, creative people, learn from my experiences in my previous year? Well, since this was such a big year that I made some really life hard changing choices, I think there's some stuff in here that you guys can really learn and grow as entrepreneurs, filmmakers, entertainers, whatever you may be. I think there's stuff in this that I think you guys can grow from. So with that being said, here is my look back at 2018. I hope you guys enjoy. So if you guys saw my look back at 2017 or any look back before that, you guys would see the whole look back is about me and performing and creating dance videos and stuff like that. That's what I've been doing. I spent 5-6 years in a local dance studio. Then I moved on to college where I spent 3 years in performing arts, learning and growing in the dance field. I wanted to be a professional dancer, a professional choreographer. So I worked really, really hard toward this until February 3rd of 2018, which happened to be my last performance on stage. I performed at this event called International Night where I got this sweet picture, one of my favorite dance pictures of all time, of this whole packed room performing. It was incredible, but a couple weeks before this, I found myself kind of going into a deep depression. I was kind of falling out of my dance classes. I was failing classes that you just needed to attend that were dance related. And I kind of just got tired of putting $500-$600 into dance videos, hiring a professional cinematographer to come out, film this awesome big performing dance video, and then putting it up online and not getting a lot of views. And it was just, there was just nothing coming back, and it was really hard. I think I wanted to be a dancer for so long that I kind of got stuck in this mental state of mind, like, hey, gotta keep going, gotta keep going, gotta keep grinding. Like, I just knew at as a young age I wanted to be a dancer, or at least I thought I did, so I just spent so much time and so much of my college career trying to get out there and grind in the dance field. By putting out videos, by performing, I was just stuck in this mental state, like keep going, put out content, new dances, new choreography, new pieces. It was just this rut, and eventually I think it caught up to me to a couple weeks before this International Night event that I was like, why am I doing this? You know, like, why am I doing what I do? Like, I kind of never really had a sense of why. And the why of what you are doing is so important, because people that are successful or end up being famous, things like that, most of the time, let's say 99% of the time, actually have a great why. And I never had that why. My why was just, I want to be famous and things like that. And I want to be a backup dancer. I want to travel. Like, that's not a why. That's things that I want. Like, my why was never really there. I think the only why I could think is I enjoyed it. I really passionately enjoyed what I did. But finally, when it all caught up to me and I'm in this rut of what am I going to do, I kind of fell into a deep depression. I really stopped going to classes. I really stopped going to college. Like, I was working at a job that I absolutely hated. I had no money in my account. My dance career just had no traction at all. I was stuck. People are, oh, you're a great dancer. Like, no, I'm not looking for pity. I'm not looking for any of this. I know that I didn't put enough energy into my dance. I put a lot more energy finding gigs, trying to be the business person behind everything, trying to get things rolling, and then I kind of like threw a dance together last minute. And so that's kind of where I knew I fell. Maybe that's why my dance career never took off. But nevertheless, I knew that I loved dancing. I loved being on stage and stuff like that, but I wasn't enjoying it as much as I used to. It was kind of going downhill. Like, I was starting to get to this point, like, I don't even really want to be a dancer. Like, if I wanted to be a dancer, I would find my why. I would work twice as hard. I would make awesome dance pieces first and worry about video content, marketing, advertising, finding gigs second. But I was just so focused on thinking this is the way, and I had a very, very hard come up. I was kind of misguided in a lot of things, but I also just didn't know what I was doing as a 18, 19, 20-year-old college student with a dream. And when I really fell into that rut, I was like, am I willing to just let go of everything and really focus hard on dance? And I was like, no. I just didn't know why, but I made the choice, like, I do not want to put in any more work into the actual dance itself anymore. I just like getting up, I like freestyling, I like performing. I don't want to go behind the scenes and work on the choreography, things like that. And when I made that split decision, like I said, I just fell into a bad bad place, and it just wasn't a positive time in my life. There was a lot of other stuff going on, believe that, but this was just not good. This was just not good. This is the beginning of 2018, less than a year ago, and it was just an awful place to be. I remember coming home and I sat down one day just done with everything, and I kind of just really vented and ranted for a long time to my then girlfriend. And who am I? Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I doing on this earth? Like, what is my part in this world? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? And she said something to me that I don't think I will ever forget. She said, "You do what you want and I'll support you, but I do know that you love working with creative people, and I know that you love making things happen." And there was a space, like making videos. Like making videos. And it just hit me so very hard. Like something it was out of a movie. Like it literally felt so cinematic. Like it hit me. Like my brain was running 1,000,000 miles an hour already, but now it was going 2 times 1,000,000 miles an hour thinking about all this stuff. And I was like, I think I have an idea of what I know, what I want to do. Over the next week, I started researching hard what film was, what video making creation was. Like I spent so much time on this subject when it was midterms at the time, and I was like so focused, like, oh my gosh, like video, film, like cinematography, writing, directing. Like I started diving into it. Like I've always dabbled into these things, obviously making dance videos, working with professional cinematographers, writers, directors, things like that. It was super fun, but then like seeing like, oh my gosh, like look how much fun they actually were. Look how they actually made these things come to life. Like I've always made videos on YouTube. My first YouTube video was in 2010, and I started making gaming videos and dance videos and projects and vlogs and things, and I made all these videos, and it started clicking. Like, I love making videos. Like, this is so much fun to me. I love going out, getting the content, coming back, editing it, but now going to like a professional side. Like, how do I do all this stuff I've done before, but professionally? And it was like when I first learned dance, and I just started dancing and creating and performing, and it was like I just got back in this motivation. Like, I wasn't creating anything yet, but I was just learning so much. Finally, about a month later, I finally got to the part when it was time to start getting video equipment. Like, I shot a couple things on my cell phone just for fun, going outside, recording my cats, like stuff like that, just normal stuff. Nothing I put online, just kind of playing with video and how to edit, stuff like that, like I normally did, but like trying to do it professionally, trying to get smooth shots, stuff like that, researching it, and I was like, made this whole list. Like, I spent so much time making this list of the exact content that the equipment that I need. I got a cheap camera, cheap lights, cheap mic, like all these kind of things, and I loaded credit cards, which, by the way, I would advise you, do not do that. Don't load your credit cards. I'm still paying that stuff off. But at the time, I was like, it's time to really invest in myself. It's time to really invest in equipment. So I got some credit cards, and I swipe, and I had a bunch of equipment at my door the next week. And oh man, was I excited. I started playing with it, working with it, and I finally went public, and I said, hey everybody, I want to be a filmmaker. So a couple days later, finally someone hits me like, hey, I don't have any money. You said you were looking for projects to do for free. I own a venue in Salt Lake City, which is definitely out of my state. But he's like, I'll pay some of your gas if you want to come down here and film and just give us the footage. I'll do the editing. We have Belle Jewel, which I later met, performing, and she's a finalist from The Voice. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is awesome. It was a disaster. I showed up there. I didn't know like how to not to bump into people. I didn't have the right equipment to get smooth shots. It wasn't working right. I didn't practice enough with my stabilizers, and it was just an overall wreck. I got on stage when I wasn't supposed to, and then they wanted me on stage when I was supposed to. The guy was happy with the footage, and I guess that's all that can happen. But I did learn a lot, and when I came back, I knew the right kind of stuff to really research. And I'm like, okay, how to frame a shot, where to put a tripod in in a place, when do I get up on stage, or things like just like the small intricate things of filmmakers and where to be, and the color grading and what kind of filters and things I need for lighting in these kind of venues, stuff like that. It really taught me a lot. It was kind of just like this little like test stage. But when I came back and I started studying, like I said, and learning more about it, my second gig, which was a wedding, went so much better. The wedding went fabulous. They loved it. I actually got another gig after that, and the third one was actually a paid one. It was super exciting. So again, I loved everything film. I loved everything about it, and it was my turn to really, really professionally jump into the world of film and to learn the most. And here's what I did, and I hope you guys can find things similar or learn something, because these are the big things that I did to really dive into the world of film. Once I had my equipment, once I did a couple gigs, I had an idea of the field, I knew this is the route. Like, I came to the conclusion, this is what I want to do with my life. Like, I fell in love with film. I fell in love with video creation, the art, the directing, the writing behind the scenes. I just fell in love with absolutely everything that I possibly could with video, and it was time that I went in hard. So I did a bunch of steps in 2018 that was literally the majority of my 2018 that got me to where I am today. And here they are. Me and the then girlfriend, and by the way, when I say then girlfriend, I actually mean fiance. I keep saying then girlfriend like, oh, surprise, I'm fiance, but it's getting old. She is not my girlfriend. She is my fiance, and she was the reason that pushed me so hard, got me to where I want to be, got me to who I am, and really made me, help me find the direction that I want to go with my career, with my art, with my skills. And I thank her, the love of my life, for everything, because she helped me out with so many of these steps as well. My fiance and I joined the A-list at my movie theater here in town so we can watch 3 movies a week. So we're consistently going to movies, watching new cinematography, watching the writing. We're paying attention and learning a lot of the new, techniques, new skills, new filmmaking, new ideas, stuff like that. Going out and watching and learning and actually paying attention what's on screen and how it got there, you learn a lot. So we got into that and really started studying film. Not watching videos and movies. It's not like going to the movies. It's like going to study almost. But either way, me and my fiance also joined our college's ad federation, which is where we spent 10 months building a big campaign with a $25 million budget of commercials, marketing, advertising, etc. She does the business, and I'm the vice president of the club, doing a lot of the filmmaking, creative stuff, all that kind of stuff. Everybody kind of does everything in the club, but which is really great because I really am learning professional advertising, marketing, and really getting to know professional people in these fields. Then I changed my major to visual communication officially, and I'm even minoring in public relations. Then I got a part-time job working as a videographer for my university. I get to go to all the events and club meetings, things like that, record footage, edit it, and a lot of it gets put up on our social media. I even got another part-time gig at my university for a separate department where I go to all the games and I record them and get footage from them. I broadcast them. It's just really jumping into the world of like broadcasting, filmmaking, and like corporate video. But I also, again, like I said a billion times in this video, I study YouTubeversity. YouTubeversity, learning videos or learning whatever your craft may be on YouTube is absolutely phenomenal. I have literally learned to cook, how to clean properly on certain specific things, how to build a computer, how to make everything filmmaking, writing, directing, just absolutely everything on the internet, on YouTube. Like, it's just incredible. If you guys are in filmmaking or video creation, I'll tell you a couple YouTubers that I like to follow. Peter McKinnon, Casey Neistat, Film Riot, and Cinecom.net. These people are the best. And I started my business officially, GageHorneFilms.com. Yes, look it up, www.GageHorneFilms.com, where I offer video production services and have built a website for people to come to look at my content and say, hey, I want to hire you for my wedding, quinceanera, live event, birthday, music video, short film, whatever. I offer everything and anything from marketing and even editing. It feels awesome, and I started my very own business to finally really jump into the world of professional filmmaking, corporate video, things like that. Like, these are a lot of steps that I have taken to further my degree in my career inside of filmmaking. I hope you guys can find something in all this to kind of learn from and kind of grow from as well. But one thing to definitely keep in your head and to definitely remember is no person, no organization can promise you a career or motivation or these things that relate to your career. Nobody can promise these things. Nobody can just teach you everything you need to know about something. It takes a whole majority. Like, I have dipped my toes in so many different things and spending a lot of time in all of these fields, so I learned a great variety from a bunch of different people like YouTube or in college, but the minor things like joining clubs and working at different jobs, small stuff like that. Like, make sure you diverse yourself, because people come to college, they focus on their degree, which is good, get your A's, pass your college, stuff like that, but that degree when you're finished isn't going to be like, oh, I'm a filmmaker, everybody come hire me. No, you have to jump into the field. Like, you have to show people you're worthy before you even graduate. Like, I am building a portfolio of mostly probably 90% free projects, but I'm building this portfolio so when I graduate, I have a degree, but I also have all this portfolio to offer somebody like, hey, hire me. Here's this portfolio. Please, God, hire me. I'm poor. But seriously, Just remember that. Focus on a bunch of things and study your ass off. College isn't just a way to get a job. If you guys really want to be an entrepreneur or a business owner or really advance your art skills, do a lot more outside of college. All this being said, this is why I started YouTube again. I started uploading for the last 2 months consistently on a weekly basis because I want to start a community of entrepreneurs, business owners, filmmakers. I want to throw out ideas. I want to make videos that I want to make, but also relate to what being a successful person is. Like, I want to bring people along with the journey. So two unsuccessful people like me and somebody else, we can comment back and forth. We can start a community. We can learn a lot from each other and both rise up instead of just being at the top, being like, this is what you got to do to get up here. And the little guy's like, okay. Like, no, let's rise to the top together. Let's talk together. Let's build a community. That's exactly why I started a Patreon, so I can start uploading videos more and kind of work a little less because, you know, everyone's got bills to pay. But I want to be able to make videos more often. I want to be able to be home, and I want to build this community and build this empire of filmmaking, entrepreneurship, business, all these kinds of things. Like, that is why I do what I do. Like, it hit me hard when I stopped dancing because it was so much of look at me, me, me. Now it's like, how can I help others? How can I make videos and content and help others? Like, I learned a lot of information, so much information with all these things that I want to do that I just don't want people that can't afford college or whatever miss out on. Like, I want to give back this information as I learn it so it's fresh. I have it in video form so I can look back at it, but for people like you that can say, oh my gosh, I love this idea, comment on it, what do you think of this? I reply to all the comments on my YouTube channel, especially as of right now, and I reply like, this is great, no, this is great, what if we did this? And they're like, oh, this is great. Like, I've met some awesome filmmakers and entrepreneurs out there through YouTube, and I hope to continue doing that. So I absolutely love YouTube, and I will be uploading weekly into 2019. So please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, as I will again be uploading weekly with different content, and I have a bunch of plans for Patreon as professional projects. I uploaded 26 videos total on my two YouTube channels, Gage Horne, which is this one with all my tutorial, vlog, video kind of type content, with my other channel, Gage Horne Films, with my professional projects that I've created. That's awesome. 25 actual videos uploaded. So that's my goal of 2019. Get over 50 videos, which is going to be very easy if I upload every week, alongside with other professional projects coming out. So just subscribe. There's a lot of stuff coming to you guys, and I'm super excited to keep this journey growing with you guys. Like, let's make this happen. Let's make a film. Let's make video content. Let's grow our businesses, ourselves, our creative strategies, our creative minds. Like, let's just grow together. Like, I want a community that we can talk back and forth with one-on-one and really build up from the ground up and just go ham on everything we love inside of the world of art, business, entrepreneurship. I'm super excited about it all. So please, again, for the 5th time, please subscribe. With all that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching my look back at 2018. I'm going to have a reel at the end of this video, and I just want to leave a last couple of words. Chase your dreams. And I know I say this a billion times, I know you hear it a billion times, but the thing is, dreams are a lot of hard work, but when you get a taste of what you love to do, that's what kind of fuels you and gives you motivation. I love what I do. And I know you're probably watching this whole video because you love what you do. And I'm sure that you watch YouTube videos and trying to grow your art, trying to grow your career because you love what you do. There's too many people that let go of their loves and they just go back to an average 9-to-5 job that they absolutely hate. Or rich, wealthy people that just took a business deal because it makes them rich, but they're not doing what they love. Doing what you love gives you such a happy and true successful life. Inside your heart, inside your body, inside your family, inside your home. And with that, you give out positive energy to the rest of the world. Don't be negative Nancy. Don't be the hater. Don't be the bad person that nobody wants to be around. Chase your dream. I spent 8 years chasing dance, and I never really knew my why. Well, I know my why. My why is because I want to do what I love to do. My why is because the world of film is growing and changing, and the world of tech is just updating every month. It's just, things are advancing so fast, and it absolutely captures my mind, and I am absolutely just involved inside of that stuff, and I want to be even more involved, and I want to jump in the world of film more, and I want to do this professionally, and I want to make that happen through YouTube and hard work on my professional projects and by graduating college eventually. Work and grind hard, guys, because in 8 months since I uploaded my very first project, free project with my very first camera, I've come really far. And so in 8 months, knowing nothing about DSLRs, cameras, lenses, lighting, setup, writing, directing, filming, none of that doesn't have to do with just putting a camera on a tripod, is going to be right here. And you can see the difference. In 8 months, I got to grow so much. In 8 months, everything you're about to see, I created through hard work and learning and paying attention and listening and not talking. I listened for the first time in my life in 2018. I actually listened to the people around me, and I feel like I grew more as a human being in 1 year than I have in 21 years. So, without further ado, enjoy this reel. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in 2019. Peace out.